But what happened was there was this huge blank. Like when I say I was gone for a long time, I feel like I had like, and not to be dramatic, but I feel like I had like a whole nother life. And then I came back. So I went backwards, and the last thing I see is my sister waving. And I remember seeing my body on the concrete, and I fell on concrete 2 stories high, and I was laying on concrete, and I was looking at my body, and I felt this immense light behind me. And I know that there was a great light there, and it felt beautiful and angelic and like so inviting. But I had this knowing, even at my young age, that I had to keep looking at my body. And I knew that as inviting as that energy was, if I stopped looking at my body, broke my attention away from the body and surrendered to this beautiful, loving light, I would never come back. I know I wouldn't, because it was such a warm, beautiful, all-knowing, all-loving, like an energy that knew me like no one knew me. Like it was such an immense love, but like even beyond the definition of love that we have here in our human world, it was just so immense, and it was so inviting. But I'm looking at my body, and I felt an angelic presence. I can't say, because I didn't want to break contact with my body. I am sure though that it was like this angelic female energy I felt, but a beautiful white light, lots of warmth. But I know that that angelic being didn't want me to, I know the purpose was for me to go back, because at my young age, I was saying something really strange to get back into my body. I started to repeat, I'm not done with them yet. I'm not done with them yet. I'm not done with them yet, which is a kind of weird thing for a young girl to say. But I guess it wasn't like my young girl saying it, it was my soul. And I understand that now, but I didn't understand, at the time. I'm like, why was I saying that? But what I feel like in that moment, I'm like, well, I must have been talking about my family. I'm not done with my family yet. Like they need me still. But that's actually that's what I repeated over and over, looking at my body to go back into my body. I'm not done with them yet. I'm not done with them yet. I'm not done with them yet. It was kind of strange. So then all of a sudden, I wake up in my body. And this is the part that I wanted to explain. So I had no idea how uncomfortable it was to be a human until I went back into my body. Not because my body was wounded, because miraculously, I didn't have a scratch on me. It was a really wild thing. But it was like, I never knew until that experience how confined I felt. So like, oh my God, you're this big energy in reality. And then when you come into a human form, it feels very confining. Like it feels almost like, oh my God. So the way I always say I felt like a fish flopping, on the deck, like out of water, when someone catches a fish and they're like flopping around. I feel like that's a good analogy, because I felt so uncomfortable, because I came from this energy of pure love, which I now know we are all born from. And I had a taste of it. And then I was all of a sudden plopped back into my body. It took some getting used to. But it was really uncomfortable, because I felt the contrast of being expansive and then being in a body.